go. It should be loaded now. Pretty much. This thing always looks so untextured due to the weird color that it has. We're gonna change the color sooner or later. But welcome to a new episode. It's been a day or two since my last record. A little bit into this episode. Let me move my microphone stand to watch out for the sound. Okay, there we go. Otherwise you get a bad posture on playing this. Oh god, it's squeaking. Pardon me. I should really also get a new arm, but for the time being. So, what we're gonna work on this episode is we're gonna see if we can get a little bit of an idea how we're gonna set up this entire base. Now, we don't have the original blueprints for this, and I don't really think that it's gonna matter too much. We're gonna try to wing this one. So, what I want to do is I want to get some components over here in a way that I can start building everything. So what I'm going to work on first is try to get the floor up and running again. What we're going to do when the floor is a bit up and running again is we're going to see if we can build around it and start adding some components back in. Now, if it isn't completely symmetrical, it is what it is. There's a lot of components that I can't get back. And it's mostly going to get to the part where we can get this thing functional. So what we're going to focus on mostly is removing parts of the roof that we can remove without having too many issues. And then we're going to see if with the, the new and improved, not broken at the moment rover that still has a few batteries that are an issue, we're going to see if we can install some things, including the refineries with yield modules. So this episode is mostly going to be around planning around, thinking how we're going to set up everything in this ship. And there's quite a few things that I want to do. Oh, wow, my fuel's low? That's a while ago since I had that last time.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, fuel critical. I know, I get the concept. I just have to... there. Go. Yeah, almost. There we go. Didn't expect the fuel to be... oh, this one's broken. It misses some large steel tubes. Alright. I actually have to jump down to refuel. Oh, there's... I have 3 fuel left. Okay, let's just dump mine. Go. Good. So, even if we can't repair them fully, what we want to do is this area over here. I don't know what originally was here, but there's quite a few things we can put here. Now, what I was thinking about is this area is going to be hooked up to that, but these connections here, what we can do is we can put more hydrogen tanks in this area. At least one over here and one over here, separated perhaps by some blocks to make sure that if one breaks, the other one doesn't. So then we can at least drop 2 hydrogen tanks there, and then block it up in whatever way we can do. Then what we can do is we can hook this up with just some conveyors, just in case something breaks that we have some conveyors left, and fill up the space with something else. I could install those ticks of the build repair systems. So then what we want to do is we want to set up this area with the refineries with the modules. The problem is only that moving just one of them is gonna take already quite a lot of effort because, you know, these are connected to each other. So if I want to move them, I have to separate at least one refinery from all of its yield modules. Which is not a nice thing, because that's gonna take quite a lot of time to prepare. But I was already busy last time with a sorta workings on this. But I think I did it a bit wrong. I'm not sure if this is the way I'm gonna do it right, but... So, what we're gonna plan to do is work towards at least getting one refinery with yield modules over to that side. And I was planning on doing that with the other side, and I grinded some stuff up, and I realized real quick already, like, on the other side there is a half-broken refinery, and one yield module that is broken that misses its superconductors. But the other one is fine and has 4 intact yield modules. So why don't I just focus on removing this one as best as I can, and then just trying to get this one intact? So what I'm going to work on right now is just detaching this as best as I can. This one also has an assembler that we want to move. That is just an assembler with 4 straight up speed modules. So to have these parts, one refinery with yield modules and one assembler hooked up on the inside of this base would mean that we have power and we have a way to efficiently turn component or ores into bars, and we have a way to turn bars into components as efficiently as possible. That's the real big thing that we need to do this episode. If we can manage to do that, then we're just so many steps already towards making this thing an actual base and take over from the other base.
Energy low.
Now, as the good viewer Armando Black Void has already pointed out in one of the last episodes, thank you also for saying that the audio is better. After the debacle in one of the first few episodes where I realized that my audio was just shit, I made it a thing that I at least watched the first few minutes, and then during the watching of the first few minutes I didn't realize that the audio was bad afterwards. But of course it was terrible. Something to do with my low pass filter or noise cancellation, or I don't know really what it's called, but yeah, it messed up everything. So I hope that the audio for this episode is of course fine. So far the audio levels seem to be doing okay. So I'll hope also that they're gonna be fine during the entirety of this episode, but only time will tell. I will only be able to watch that after the episode. Okay. Now, the reason why I want the base to be turning into a base by itself is because it's going to make it a lot easier to do everything around it. Because if I need to get components to repair a part of the ship, I can go back to my base that is 1 kilometer away and fly back and forwards every time. Or I can just make sure that I can get the components over here. Now, what I'm also going to do is just dump whatever I get into the base, just to make sure that what I get is just immediately turned into parts for the base. For this first part, what I'm going to do is detach these yield modules. This may already be a little bit of a too high of a drop. Okay, but that's at least doable. I may even need the lifter over here, if this is indeed this heavy. Alright, let me do this a little bit more careful. I mean, I'll just drop them right on their face. Let me just place these underneath. to make sure that the ones that are intact don't get broken. And at least flip it. There we go. Hmm? Now, one of the other games that I've played quite a lot of as well, that is in my thumbnail of my channel. Oh, I completely forgot about it. Uh-oh. I am a smarty pants. Maybe I shouldn't kill myself. I got the message even 2 times now. Maybe I should, you know, focus on that a little bit better. Hmm? There we go. One of the games that I've played quite a bit is a game called Planet Crafter. It's a game that is really up my alley. It's basically a terraforming game. The only problem is that I've played through the game quite a lot of times already, but I've never made a recording of it because, you know, this is my first shot at trying to record something. So at some point I might also make videos on that, but I have to see. Let's first just finish this playthrough. It's gonna take a while still, but at least we get somewhere. We're getting quite far already, I think. I think if we put all the components we have found so far together, we might be able to already get into orbit. Maybe. But that's also dependent on if I can turn it into a good ship. You know, a lot hinges on that part, so there's a very good chance that that is the issue. Alright. Now it's free of everything that was above it. I need the small reactor. Is there uranium in there? Yes. Okay, let's see. Can I lift this? Absolutely not. Right, then I have to get it down in a way that will not break it. Okay, so if I break that, then it will hit this. Okay. Okay, if I now remove this, will it then fall backwards? I think it will, so let me just put one more block behind it. I think when I move this, it's gonna tip backwards. Okay. Can I at least slide it off? Not really. That's heavy. That's really, really heavy. Probably need the hauler for that as well. Let me just get it down then. Let's detach this. Intact hydrogen engines are always nice. Doesn't matter if they're industrial or just a standard one or a sci-fi one. I don't know. I don't care. As long as I can use them. Okay. Now let's work on a way to get that broken refinery down without blowing it up, because it's heavy but it doesn't have a lot of health. Let's get some steel plates. There's blast doors here, so that's a lot of steel plates. Okay. So let's see. We need to detach this without breaking anything else. Tip over, you bastard. It really doesn't want to tip over. Okay. I'll just slide you out of the way, you bastard. I just need some space because I know that the refinery, the way I'm gonna drop it, it will probably turn around a little bit. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to roll it down here. Go. I place more blocks. Oh, it's not able to place it there. That's fine. We'll place it just like here. Now, if I grind this, it should fall on here and hopefully not kill me dead. I didn't even check if there was anything in there, but these usually don't spawn with anything in it. Alright. Okay, good. Then, we need to get it down, so let's remove all the blocks closer to the center line. Then I want to make sure it falls that way, not this way, because there it can break things. Alright. Now I just have to remove these 3 as fast as possible. Sit here and... What's still intact? Didn't blow up any yield modules. Didn't blow up the small reactor. I only destroyed some steel blocks. Okay. Okay. Well, it's not broken. Did any of the yield modules from the other break? Okay, good. Was there anything in there actually to cause that explosion? No, it's just that heavy. Is there any... mass is 25,000 kilograms. Yeah, no wonder. What would be the mass that I can carry? I can carry thrusters almost. Yeah. My character is able to lift, or almost lift, 1,400 kilograms. That's one strong boy. Oh, no, a strong woman. Okay. Now comes the hard part. I need to remove this in a way that I can get it over there. Now, I am unsure if my rover, my hauler, can lift this entire thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to try it first with the broken refinery. See how much it can lift. Now, I don't think I have a foot underneath it yet, right? Yeah, I have it on the front. Alright, let me just try it then. Okay. Now, let's not be dumb this time. Okay, my batteries are on. My hydrogen tank is on. Oh, wait, let me fill it real fast. Okay. My engines, my hydrogen engines are on. My atmospheric engines are on. There is no reason why this thing will crash the moment I press unlock. I should go through that every single time, just to make sure I don't do the debacle of one of the last episodes. That was so stupid. Alright, let's see. Now this thing has a lot of thrust, it just doesn't have a lot of battery power to supplant that thrust. So let's see if I can get this to work. Is this thing strong enough to lift a refinery? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, let me just stall these out in a little bit of a field. Now it can do this quite easily. It's just a drift that I'm always a bit worried about, since I still fly everywhere when I do this. Good. Now, problem is... Oh, okay, let me not make myself seasick. Here's the problem. I just still drift from left to right. Alright. Let's go for it. Okay. Here we go. Let's decouple everything that makes this stick. That one is free floating. Okay. Last few. Please don't break. But I will do this though. If I blow up the hauler, it's basically over, so. I think it's free. No, it's this thing.
Inventory full.
Oh, you cliffhangery inventory. Right. Here we go. Once I remove that conveyor, it should be detached from everywhere. If it immediately goes down, then I hope I can save the hauler. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that doesn't bode well. That doesn't bode well. Ooh, I can move it. I can move it. It just doesn't want to stick in the air. My gyroscopes are working over hours. Oh, Lord. Ooh. It's very heavy. I need to put it down somewhere. This is going to be very difficult to manage to put down without breaking anything. My gyroscopes are having an issue. No. Okay, that's how high I was. Ooh. Okay, quickly detach. Quickly detach. I really need some more small atmospheric thrusters. I mean, there's one way I can try to find more. Just a bit of an interesting one, but I might need to do it before I start building this episode. The thing what I would need is smaller batteries. And what I also need is atmospheric thrusters. So one thing I could do is fly around and find more of them, those atmospheric thrusters, and just immediately attach them. Now, okay. I just noticed that I already built some blocks that are not the correct color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna think quickly about what color I want for this entire thing. I would really like something like sci-fi armor, because it looks like there's some electronics that you can see through. And a quick color. I like aqua. Let's see if I paint a little bit. I will make more details later. Mm-hmm. I will turn most of the interior materials into other colors, but we'll get to that soon. Just get the parts that we have repaired a little bit already to a color that also contrasts quite a bit compared to the other colors that the ship was built out of. And like I said before, we're gonna work on the backside first. Mostly because I want the backsides to just be functional before we're gonna do anything else. And we want a color that will be very easy to spot in space. So we don't want too dark colors as well. Damn, how heavy are these bottom ones? Oh, they're also so heavy. No wonder my little hauler was struggling so much. There were 2 batteries, I believe, still back at base. Maybe if I get those, it will also be a little bit easier. But we just need more atmospheric thrusters on that thing. Maybe even 2 sideways facing big ones. Okay, but at least for now, let's just at least take a peek at what we have to work with, at least. Okay, so what I really would like is to get that refinery somewhere aligned over here. Now, there's some conveyors here. I don't know what they originally were attached to, but since they're in the middle, I would really think that there were either another hydrogen tank here, or one of these tanks, these cargo pods, cargo containers. Now, what I would really prefer is a spot where I can drop off ores and just have this inventory set up for just ores. That's one thing I would really prefer. So an area at the back of the station where, for instance, you have here in the top, a ship loads in at the back, drops off some ore, and flies away. Maybe even at the top already, just has a connector where it attaches to. And then it can land in here when it's done. But at least it has an area where it can drop off. Then it will go immediately into some inventories. And when it goes into the inventories, it goes immediately into the storage for ores. Then it will only pass through there to some ingots. And then it will go into an array of assemblers that is separated from the rest of the base. That way you will have an area that is basically storage, refinery, storage, assemblers, rest of the base. Just to keep my inventory for the rest of the base safe from overstacking with ores or overstacking with ingots, just to keep it a little bit separated. Yes, we're gonna focus on that then. It's just gonna be difficult to get that back in here. But for that, we probably are gonna break open the roof a little bit. especially this part. So what I don't want to do is see what space we can work with here. So we can fix this later. Just want to make sure that we can get all our components in here. Okay. Then let's build some more blocks just to have some space to work with. We'll just fill this up. We don't have a large ion thruster right now, I believe. Probably not in this part either. I think that part didn't have any large hydrogen or large ion thrusters. Only a large hydrogen. Yeah. I'm also unsure if any of the other ships that I currently have that I can still pick up have any large ion thrusters. No, one is over there. And one is over there. But I think 2 downwards, 1 upwards is good for now. So I think we'll just leave this as is. We'll make it a little bit more isometrical. But I hope the gyroscopes can fix that. Okay. Oop. Don't fall down. If any changes we're gonna make of the structural of the structural buildup of this place, we're gonna change that later. So we're gonna hook up these hydrogen tanks to the sides, so we don't need these connectors over here.
Inventory full.
Let's dump this in here. Ooh, that was smooth. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a light armor block in between. Let's just remove these because we're gonna put stuff in here as well. Might as well move as much as the roof as possible just to get stuff in. Because what we're gonna do, the reason why I placed this is to make sure that this is gonna be separated from the rest of the base. So should be connected with ow, that was the head. Yeah, these are connected with a connector to the side. And I'm gonna connect these up with the so there's going to be a hydrogen tank here, then there's going to be a connector in the middle, and then there's going to be a hydrogen tank here. And we're going to build that in at some point. So these fuel tanks will be connected. The reason why I do this is because then when I place in the large... so let's... everything is on still. Okay. Lag. Not the right moment for that. We're gonna put this a little bit forwards. I love that it's already trying to repair it before I even put it down. Okay. move it in a bit. We're probably even gonna lead like our little mover inside the ship to make sure that everything is fine in here. Okay, set it up for recharge a little bit again. Go. Hook it up, put this to fill, just so we can get some materials for it. So, you're gonna have to hook this up to that. So, we're gonna put a merge block over there. That can only be placed there. Then we're this way. It's easier to place the merge blocks in the direction where you want to place them. Ooh, is that light, yeah? Can I move it? By hand? This entire big ass thing? I can. A little bit. I could. A little. Oh, I can. Oh, that's gonna make this a lot easier. We're just gonna drag it as close as possible. Then we're just gonna merge block it on the other side. Now in place. It should be as close as possible. Alright, let's see if I can place a merge block here. Not yet. Okay, can I move it a little bit forwards? What about now? Nope. Place it on the sides, probably not. Should place it like this. What about here? What if I just remove this block for now? Just remove a little bit up. There we go. Now I just have to build these two. Let me just grind some materials from this place, I guess. If I still have some that I can grind. Well, there's a complete merge block here. And there's a flight seat that we can grind up.
Inventory
That probably has some
full.
components that we need. Just need some large steel tubes. Alright, you have something that I can grind that has large steel tubes. Well, yes, but it also has 40 radio components. So that's gonna be. Ooh, maybe the foot. Oh, but if I do that, it will. Gravity. Don't really need the beacon. I think we can make beacons. No, we cannot. Alright, so we should also be careful of that. Damn it, this is why we need the refinery and the... Oh, this fell down. This is large steel, so let's just use this.
Inventory full.
Okay. There we go. Now, do the kiss. There we go. So, that's part one. Now, the hardest part of all of this. We need to install this big dude right here. So where I want it is basically, I want one over here And I believe there are 3 big? No, they're 2 big only. That would make it even better. What I want to do is the speed modules on the bottom, mostly because that's the easiest way to transport them. And I want one over in this area, and I want one over here. And I want them attached basically by conveyors. Now these conveyors I can install later, that's not the issue. I will do that on this side as well. I will probably turn those upwards facing ports into, let's see, what's this? Yeah, this is also a port. I will probably turn these later into the loading ports for the ships, where you can deliver ores. So later on I will place the conveyor junctions here to attach to them because they're at the correct height. They will be 3 high, 2 wide, 4 long. So if I place them here, I should be fine. Moving them is a separate issue though. You saw how much issue I had moving them. I will give this a fair shot, but if this will be as difficult as I think this is gonna be, then I will abort the mission and try it after I build the hauler a little bit better. Alright, let's try it. It's just that if I just get this to work, if I just get one of these to work, then we can turn this ship already into a little bit more of a base. That's kind of what I want. Okay. Well, here's to me hopefully being able to do this. Is there a front or a back that I want? Kinda want. Ooh. Have to fly up. This is already not boding well. Like the thing is, the dampeners are on, but for some reason my hauler doesn't want to dampen with the hydrogen thrusters. Okay. Now we just have to hook it up somehow. So when I place it, it will be... This will be facing there. So if I build a merge block on there, right there, and I build one merge block here. If I place it correctly, they should be looking at each other.
Inventory full.
Alright, let's see if we can get this to work. Then we're gonna think about where we're gonna place the assembler. Okay. Slowly turn this. Ooh. Perfect. Okay. Let's quickly place the hauler into position and then just bask in glory and save the game. Oh, that's remarkable. That's practically the biggest step of all of this. Okay, let's recharge it all, turn off the engines, and let's check it out. Look at that. Okay, so what we can do now is just hook up these with small tubes. So basically these ones, to make sure that they are as disconnected of the rest of the base as possible. But I want a second one on this side, and I kind of want it installed opposite this one. That way it will just be a T-bone piece here, so like this, and then the other one will just be fitted with a corner piece. And they will just be as tightly connected to each other as possible. Then on this side what I want is just some small pieces as well, hooked up to another one of these large containers. And then I want the assemblers in a row here. And I want basically this area to be an assembler area. Yep, that's what I want. That's what I want. So this is gonna be another refinery that we're gonna set up. And probably what I wanna do on this side, we wanna do the same. But on this side, we're gonna have to destroy well, what's up here. These little blocks. We'll make our own interesting looking area later. Probably like an extra walkway where we can look down through glass to look at all of our machinery and industry area. Alright. Well, that's one big chunk already done. We probably also want some way to get the components we're gonna move into this ship for the whole time while we're on this planet. So that's gonna be here. Yes. I'm wondering now, did I disconnect this entire thing again? Yeah, that's what I thought. I disconnected. I'm a smarty pants because I'd never placed that block. So now it's free floating again. Okay, I'm a dummy. Alright, one way I can solve this issue. This probably doesn't have any interior plates. No. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna steal some from this. Let's see, what can I drop out of my inventory? I can... What do I need for the merge blocks? Probably not all my steel plates. I'll probably just drop 20 plates. Oh wait, there's some interior plates here. Okay. Let me just get 10. Okay, then let's hook it up to this conveyor block here. There we go. Good. Now let's hook it up to the base again. In best case scenario, I can just do this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Then other best case scenarios, I can do this. Good. Good. Now they're hooked up to the base again.
Inventory full.
Sure. Just dump it in the base. Here we go. Don't forget to unmute yourself. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna see if we can hook up at least one assembler to all of this and one inventory grid. So, do we have some steel plates left, or is just everything spent now? Probably everything is spent now. Let's just steal some. Wait, we don't even have to do it from here. There's still some parts here that I can snoop it from. Okay. Now, in here, there are some of those large cargoes. And there's some large hydrogen tanks. The only problem is that if I remove them, this whole thing might collapse, so I have to make sure that there's some extra structural integrity to this. Go. I look a little bit ridiculous, but it's fine, I think.
Inventory full.
Okay. The hard part about that ship is that I built the foot so... Oh damn, that hurt. That ship is so high that all the components will fall from very high as well. And there's a few ways we can approach it, and I think the easiest way is to use the hauler to just fly them off of it. The only problem is that thing is as wonky as can be. So let's see if we can get some components off. Okay, let's see. Yep, batteries are charged. Tank is full. Turn on the engines. Disconnect. Alright, let's just see if we can clear out one of these large cargo containers. We probably need to deinstall some of these ion thrusters, but I really just want to focus on one of these components at a time. Let's just hook this up and free it from everything that's around it, and then let's see if we can fly it out of there. Okay. Attach the nose. Okay, it's attached. Now, I have to stop myself from removing those blocks at the top. Oop. That's fully repaired as well. That's not a problem. We could probably get most of those components from the big base. Interesting part may also be that if I did this wrong, that the entire ship may break in two. So let me save this real quick, because if I break this, that will be quite bad.
Inventory full.
Okay. Let's dump everything back into the system. Good. Remove all these plates. Don't hit my little hauler. You damn steel catwalks. Right.
Inventory full.
Okay. Sure. How full is my inventory? Oh, okay. Also almost out of hydrogen, so let me refuel real quick. I believe this side was intact. Yes. Yep. Okay, we're nearly at the point where we can detach it all. Okay. That should nearly be it. That should be it. Now comes the hard part. The sea of this entire ship will fall down. Okay. Now let's see if I can move it back. Without breaking it, of course. Have to wiggle a little bit. It does not like to move this way. Okay. What about now? Still doesn't like it. Okay. Just remove all the blocks here to the side. Oh, I think that's it. Okay. Now let's move it over to our shippy ship. I can't see shit. That was a pun. Pool. I can barely see where I have to go. The correct spot, or do oh my god. Okay, there it is. Park on the roof. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. I've also not prepared the placing of this thing. Okay. Yeah. Just make it a little bit safer for myself. Give myself some space. I might make a walking area here that's like 1 block higher or 1 block lower. But I'll do that after I install all of these parts. I just have to do this first. So I want to set it up probably over here as well. Maybe even here. To get it a little bit out of the way. try this again. Oh. Oh, okay. As long as I can get it down. Okay. Now I only have to move one part. And then I can turn this base into at least a self-repairing vessel. Because if I can supplant this with iron, nickel and cobalt, then I have all the components I need to repair it. But first let me see if I can hook up this in the correct place. Place it a little bit out of the way. Perhaps like right here. And I can hook up these two directly to that. Okay. Can I place that? Yes, I can. Okay. Then I will place it right here. And then I will place the other one right here. Not the large steel tubes, of course. Where could I steal large steel tubes from again? It was hydrogen engines, right? Yeah.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Hmm? Okay. Just need some computers. Where can I snoop some computers from? Yeah, from this one, but it's pretty silly if I did that. What about the flight seat? Doesn't that have like 100 computers? Okay. Don't know where it's gonna use all the computers for in this thing, but let's hope it doesn't eat all of them. I just need some large steel tubes. Alright, here's some computers, bro. Good luck with that. Go, large steel tubes. You want to move. I know you do. Come, move. Last bit. Yes. Okay. Just need some metal grids and then it's good to go. Okay. Okay. There we go. So let's Let's start thinking about the entrail. Do I want them red? Red is a very big contrast compared to the rest of the ship's parts. And I kind of like it. We'll just make every part of the ship that is a different function, a different color. So, I don't have any interior plates, but there were some in the rover. There we go. I have some parts. So this is gonna be a T-junction. Gonna have it like this. To the corner. Then this is going to be a T-junction like this. This is going to be a corner like that. And now the only thing that I need is a singular assembler. Wait, this is all the wrong color. Okay. It's just that how am I gonna install this thing? That's the hardest part. But if I get it, then it's done. Then we can turn this base. And now that we only have to build the area where we can drop off the iron. And then we have our fully functional base. And we're already close to the point where we can move this. Okay. Let's place a few blocks. I just want a row of assemblers here. I do want this one attached to the other refinery. I basically want to have the assembler right here. And I want some walkways underneath this. Like some catwalks here. Like it looks like you could really put some maintenance on it or something like that. Something we're gonna work out. But first, can I even move the assembler over here? Yeah, I can. The angle is gonna be awful though. On this side, we can't even put that thing over there. Gonna have to change the location of that on this side, but that's fine. This is not gonna be the most symmetrical base, but we're gonna try to keep to symmetricality a little bit. Well, I kinda need these blocks to be a little bit more repaired, but who knows. How heavy is the assembler? 292,000. Oh, it's just a grid. I'm just constantly looking at the wrong thing. 4,000 kilograms. These are 2,500. Okay. How heavy is a refinery? Okay, 25,000. Okay, so this is gonna be a lot easier. Alright, let's try it then. Okay, let's see. All the engines are on. The batteries are on. Battery tanks are filled as can be because I didn't hook up 4 of them because I'm a dummy. Let's go. Let's pick up the assembler. Let's first hook off the antenna at the front though. Okay. There we go. Ooh, wrong button. Okay. I believe I had to deinstall it like this. Because then I could immediately drop it in. I think I have to do it a little bit more crooked, like this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we have to grind everything around it away to make sure that the assembler is completely free from everything. Ah, damn, one of them is a door. It's gonna take forever. Okay, it's the last part. Okay, that's oh, it's because it's my own door. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hmm. If I can just get it close to where it's supposed to be. It's just that I'm gonna place it on 0% blocks, which I should probably have not done. Can we not go all the way over this direction? Hello? I don't know why my ship was just turning. I'm very happy that it could manage to grab that before it went completely haywire. Telling you, this ship, I have not made this in any good manner. The hauler is very dangerous to work with. I have to manually readjust in every situation, pretty much. And I'm already flying with the mouse, not the mouse, the keys. It's going crooked so fast. Hmm. That's not good. That's not good at all. It tipped over. And it broke one of them. How did it break one of them? Luckily it's only computers, but still. Let me guess, I cannot lift this. What a surprise. I know a way to turn it. Should have placed that one there so it doesn't tip over again. Damn it. Good. So we're getting there. I just have to think about how to attach this in a way that I will be able to get this to work. Let's just remove some of these blocks here. Just so I can touch the merge blocks. Oh, the music stopped. I didn't even realize. Let's see. Where I want to place it is pretty much directly in front of this, and then just all the way over to that side. So I don't mind if it's directly in front of it. We'll just attach one of these. Okay, that was weird. I'll just want to attach one of these, like this. So if we place a merge block, kind of want it this way. And we can just do it like this. Oh wait, that doesn't work. I can do it way easier. I can either do it there. Doesn't want to. Okay, let's do it like this. One over there, and then one over here. Yes. Can only large steel tubes is the problem. Let's snoop the large steel tubes from somewhere. I only steal it from all these engines because I know I need them. I'll give them back later. It's just that if this is finally done, I can just drive over vehicles over here and just start working on this. Okay, well, last bit. Let's hope I can get this to work without anything breaking. That's it. It's done. Now we just have to hook up all the conveyors. Oh, please, mouse, don't do this to me. I accidentally tapped my mouse because I need to just... I could really use 3 hands when doing this. Come on, you're almost there. You're almost there. Come on. There you go. Alright, set these to charge, set this to fill. Turn off the engines. Wow. Alright, let's do the last bit and install the conveyors. Conveyors are there already installed. Let's get the same candy apple red for the assembler pieces. Oh, there we go. Let's install this conveyor. Oh, I don't have the interior plates. There we go. Look at these speed modules. What speed do they actually give boost? Can I see that somewhere? Was that not in like the control panel? Speed is... Oh, the one is damaged. It's a miss again. One... Wow. Alright, let's see if we have something with one computer that we can snoop off of. The door. Oh, did I disconnect the foot? I think I did. I mean, to be fair, it is fine. Yeah, I disconnected the foot. But like I said, it's fine because I already built some protection in case that happened. Okay. What speed does it have now? It has a production speed of 500%. Power efficiency of 100%. Okay. That's good. Well, that means that if I now install the tubes, let's just make it a little bit simple, easy to spot. I'm unsure if this is the correct height. Let's check it real quick. Otherwise we're gonna install the same thing as we did at the base over there. The two hinges and a connector. Okay, hello there, miner. Let's also bring some ore just to make sure that we have some material. Bring a whole lot of iron. Okay, let's leave them on, because we have nothing to do with gravel. I want to keep the ship as much gravel free as possible, because I can truly not do at the moment anything with gravel. Okay. Lots of stone and iron probably in my inventory right now. Still, there's even some nickel? Where's that nickel? Oh, there to the right. It's actually good because I build motors as well. I don't know why I'm going so crooked down this ramp though. Okay, sure. Good enough. Let's currently drive over to the big broken ship with at least some materials. That unknown signal. It can go suck a chode. More iron. What a surprise. They're almost dropping pretty much everything. It's fine as long as they're not dropping any... Yeah, there we go. It's fine. I mean, that's 17,000 iron. I don't even know what that turns into. There's some iron, nickel, cobalt here as well. We can even set up a miner just to get the ores. I think the height is actually pretty nice. Let me just I just have to override my gyroscopes a little bit, otherwise my back wheels will not stick to the ground. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right, that's gonna save me a lot of headaches as well. Let's just build a connector then. Let's hope I have the components. No, and steel plates. There's still quite a lot of steel plates in this thing. Goodbye, cryopod. I'm gonna need a lot of you guys to be installed later. But actually only one. Let's see. Do I have the rest of the components for this? Yes. Okay, good. Now, I seem to have forgotten a really important component to this. Just a way to actually export all this material.
Inventory full.
Let's do that. Then we do the turn, and then we do the connector. Okay, the components that dropped out of me just are gone. And then we're missing some computers again. Okay. This only has steel plates, no computers. To be fair, I think we can break the helm from the other ship. That should give us some computers. I think there's like 100 computers in that. Well, this only has 20. Damn. Alright. Well, at least enough computers. Okay. Let's set this up for whitelists, and we're gonna set this up for ore. Later on, we're gonna set it up for ore and ice. The ice, we're gonna set up later. We could do that maybe instead of the other refineries, but nah, we want all the refineries. But then we'll install this one over there, and then what we'll do is we'll have one that goes indeed for this, and then we have just some O2 H2 generators that we're gonna hook up to it as well. How we're gonna do that, we'll figure out. Let's at least put this to drain all. Yes. So now it's set to ores. Alright, let's hook this up now. There we go. This should now empty. Yes, alright. Now this should go into the refinery. Take it to iron. And now we can turn all that into something else. Like, for example, a whole bunch of steel plates or a whole bunch of large steel tubes. Oh, that is so fast. Good. No problemo. So good. Yeah, now we can make pretty much everything, at least out of the three base materials. The only thing is that I need to manually bring them over. How much does the yield modules actually give? How much production bonus? I don't even know. Yield rate's 200%. Refine speed is higher. Power efficient. Oh, okay, so that is worth it. Okay, let's just make 200 large steel tubes then. That's pretty good. That produces a lot of iron out of one haul. Now I just need to hook up this inventory system to that inventory system. And then we should be golden. I do think it's already taking inventory from this. See. Take the steel plates already. So it would take it right now. Right, let me just make some materials to help myself with. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna this is gonna perhaps not look the best, but we're gonna just hook up that. This is just so we have some repairs for the ship. I remember taking over this base. That's a while ago at this point, but okay. Okay, motors is already running out. I also don't want to place one of these. I kind of want to place one of the smaller ones, just so I can reach the control panel. Okay, what's the issue currently? Still motors? Yeah, it's just all motors. Alright, let me just build 100 motors. There we go. Should be 16 blocks. I'm not sure if that's enough to do everything. Nearly there. Few more motors, few more interior blocks or interior plates. Few more motors. Okay. A little bit of nickel left. Last bits. Still have enough components for everything. Okay, last bits of motors. And that should be it. So now if I just, let's see how much iron is still in the refinery. We have, that's the basic refinery. Don't care though about those. We have 14k iron still in the refineries. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to do this. I'm not sure if this thing can request from assemblers. Selecting. No. To be fair, that's fine. Just have to help it. Let's see. Alright, currently it still requires a lot of iron, nickel. I'm gonna do one more haul so we can at least have some inventory use. Actually have to check real quick. Alright, this video is already an hour and 43 minutes long. It takes a long time to move stuff around. Alright. So, for this episode, I set out at least to set up the first bit that makes this a little bit of a base. And as you can see, it has worked out. Now there's a few issues I can already see with this design, and that is that if this gets too full, the refinery, it will not automatically pump its inventory out. I think. Not sure if it actually can do that. No, it doesn't. So, I don't have the setup. I should have perhaps moved these. I perhaps should have moved this one block forwards. That is something I can still do. I will just have to detach this somehow. Yeah, remove those 2 blocks at the bottom. Remove the 2 conveyors, move it forwards 1 block. Then move that one forwards 1 block. It's just gonna be this one that's the hardest part. But for now, I think it's good to just have this automatically repairing materials right now. That's at least it for the episode, so for now. Next episode, we're gonna, of course, continue repairing this. Then we're gonna see if we can remove one more refinery out of the ship. Install it in here so we can work on stuff a little bit faster. And then we're gonna see if we can get stuff in the left side of the ship. And we're gonna slowly work our way forwards through this base and see what we can install down the line. As you can see here in the front, it's still as broken as it was before. With all the little repairs that I've made everywhere. Including the location where I had the projector that was building some sort of explosive ram. Well, the ship is at least slowly starting to take form a little bit. We'll work on the next part as well, which is thrust. We're gonna need a lot of thrust in this ship. And we'll work on that in the next episode as well. We're gonna move potential rear of the ship from there probably over to here as well. But we'll see that in the next episode. Thank you at least so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And goodbye.